Hi guys, it's Krystal Lee Moore Lucier here, also known as your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Krystal Lee Moore, and I'm here to talk to you about when the best time to connect with your realtor is. I would love to be your realtor, hopefully it's me, but very general statement, when should you connect with your realtor? So one of the most common things that I will hear people say is, oh, we're not ready yet to talk to a realtor. And the reason for that is usually because what they're saying is we're not ready yet to sell our house. So talking to a realtor is a great first step. And when people call me, I usually suggest we have a chat. We can give you some ideas and really help you walk the path in the right way and point you in the right direction, and then stay in touch so that when the time is right, when you're ready, that you already have all your ducks in a row. So let's go through and see what we have here. So firstly, thinking of selling. When you think that you might want to sell your house, that is when you should connect with me. So the key is remembering that there's no pressure. The timeline is yours. But if you're thinking about selling your house, let's have a talk. Let's figure out what it's worth right now. Take a look. What upgrades do you have? What do you still need to do? And maybe what the best things that you can focus on might be. And I will say most people think, oh my goodness, I have to do everything. You don't have to do everything. There's a lot of the things that we'll actually do for you. But beyond that, let's figure out timelines, when the best time to sell might be, what's your reason for selling, because that might affect things as well. And just establishing that relationship so that you know anytime you have a question, you can just let us know. So it works really well. Then curious about your value. So what if you don't necessarily want to sell this year, but you might, maybe next year, it could be cool. But how much is your house worth? You know what you bought it for. You know what your neighbor's house sold for, or at least what they told you it sold for. So maybe we want to find out, what is our house actually worth right now? Now that value is going to be dated. It's going to be today and probably good for about, let's say 2 or 3 weeks, but at least you have an idea. And if you have an idea, then you might say, oh, like if we know we're going to sell the house for this, we know what we owe on the house, we'll have this left over. Or maybe you want to refinance. So maybe you know you have a lot of equity in the house, but you might want to buy another property instead of selling. That's okay too. The thing with me, and I think some of my colleagues, but for sure me, would be, it's okay if you're not selling. And if you'd like to just help me with referrals, if you'd like to be a contact for me as well, I'm happy with that. So you don't have to be selling your house 100% to reach out. That's not how it works. But we can help with value for sure and connect you with the right mortgage people to talk about that refinancing option. Then we have, which updates matter most? So we get this question all the time. So when you walk into your house, you probably notice a lot of things that have to be changed to be perfect. Fun fact, when the house is finally perfect, there will be a sold sign outside. So whenever people say, oh, we're going to do this and this and this, and then finally they do it all, that's when they sell. It's very weird, but it happens a lot. So what matters most? So where you're going to get your value, kitchen and bathroom. So if you update your kitchen, if you update your bathroom, if you get a new furnace, new air conditioner, if you update the roof, the windows, these are all things that people love. Updating flooring is important. So if let's say you have carpets, it's if you have carpets and they're not in great shape, for sure, it's going to be something that buyers complain about, and it's going to be annoying because you know the carpets aren't great. I know the carpets aren't great. And every time we get feedback from a buyer that walked through and said, I don't like the carpets, we get it. The downside though, let's say you decide to put in a new carpet, people will still complain about the carpet. Or if you decide to put in flooring, but they don't like the color. So it really is, if I had to pick the perfect answer, I would say get a good deal on some quality flooring and put the flooring in. Some people won't like it, but at least it's new and it'll be fun. All those other upgrades though, I would say if you're ever curious if there's merit to what I'm saying, take a peek, if you ever can, on when an actual real estate agent's house is for sale. You'll probably notice the kitchen is updated, the bathroom is updated, the furnace is new, the roof is new, the windows are new, because they know those are things that buyers see and they're like, okay, that's awesome. Things that really can help when you're doing upgrades, remember that you're doing them for a careful eye. So some people will walk through and they may not notice details, but the detail people will notice. So do the upgrades, spend a little bit more money and get them done professionally, and make sure they're done properly. You don't have to go and spend $100,000 on a kitchen, but if you are going to get a new kitchen, just make sure it's installed professionally and everything is done. It's level, there's nothing is crooked. The backsplash, those really cool stone ones, those can be really annoying to put in, but I will tell you, my detail-oriented clients notice right away if they're crooked. So try to remember that. And paint selection. So when we're listing, sometimes it's a key time to paint. You might want to paint a wall or do some color correction or fill in some holes. There's a lot of things that we put up with when we live in a home that on that list of things that if we were buying that home again, we wouldn't put up with. So paint selection is important. I would say the best thing to remember is that it's not going to be your home anymore. You're painting it basically to appeal to a large group of people. So neutral tones, not too dark. Beige was a really popular color a while ago. Now it's kind of gray tones. Really, it's anything that's going to make the room pop. And same thing, if you are going to do things, if your trim or if your baseboards need to be painted, get those done too. People will notice and it will look really good if it's done. And also it'd be fun to be on one of those naming committees for paint, because it's not gray, it's sparkly cloud dust, whatever it's called. I know, why haven't they recruited me? So that is all. So those are the updates, the things to focus on, and when to call your seller or when to call your realtor. And all of those upgrades, they actually won't take that long and they don't all have to be done. So that's why talk with us. Maybe you don't think the kitchen is okay at all, and we can tell you, hey, it's actually not that bad. So call your realtor. Hi, I'm here, ready to talk. And again, thank you so much. If you have questions, I'm always happy to talk and share and converse. My name is Krystal Lee Moore Lucier. I'm your Home Sweet Home 519 realtor in London, Ontario, Canada, and I can't wait to talk with you soon. Bye.